Miss Wilson, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, I would like an increase in my financial support.
Okay, and your financial support or support for your children?
Support for the children.
Okay, Mr. Wilson, please.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it, okay? Do not address her. I'm talking to her. You will have your opportunity to speak, okay?
Yes,
Thank
Your
you. Go ahead.
As I was saying, I'm already receiving child support, yes, but
Okay.
I would like an increase for our children.
Okay, how many children do you all have?
2.
Miss Wilson walks into the courtroom with a request that immediately grabs attention. She's asking for increased financial support, but not for herself. It's for their 2 children. The judge leans in, eyes narrowing, pushing for more information. Suddenly, Mr. Wilson tries to cut in, tension thick in the air. Why the interruption? What is he trying to hide? One thing's clear. This case is just getting started, and the courtroom hasn't even scratched the surface of the truth.
Okay, how many children do you all have?
2.
And how much are you receiving at this time?
$1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month, okay. And you believe that you're warranted an increase? Like, did he come into some money that you know about?
As a matter of fact, he did.
Okay, how do you know?
His secretary kind of told me.
His secretary told you?
Yes.
Did she tell you something or did you ask her to look for you?
No, honestly, she just brought it to my attention.
Sounds like you need a new secretary. She's just telling your ex-wife all.
$500 a month. That's what Miss Wilson currently receives. But now, she says it's not enough. Why? Because Mr. Wilson's income just saw a sudden spike, and the source of that revelation, his secretary, who might know a lot more than she's supposed to. With that bombshell, the courtroom turns into a powder keg. Is someone on the inside betraying Mr. Wilson?
Just telling your ex-wife all of your business?
I don't know what she's talking about.
It's his ex-lover.
Ex-lover, okay. We're not gonna get into all of that. That has nothing to do with this court.
Thank you.
Mr. Wilson, no, I don't need you to thank me, sir.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, let's go. What is she talking about?
Well, I have an interest in an oil and gas, 2 oil and gas partnerships.
Okay.
But really, it's been a dud. We hadn't made any money until the last year we made some money.
What's some money?
I don't know how much the partnership made, but I received a $50,000.
Let me ask this question. When I ask a question, just answer it.
Gasps echo through the courtroom as Miss Wilson drops a bombshell. She claims the secretary is actually Mr. Wilson's ex. Under pressure, Mr. Wilson squirms, then finally cracks. He admits to a hidden oil and gas partnership, but he insists it was worthless until last year. Now the judge demands numbers and fast. Is this just the tip of a much deeper financial iceberg?
I received a $50,000.
Let me ask this question. When I ask a question, just answer it.
Yes, Your
I don't need all the extra.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money are we talking about?
Well, the partnership itself made about $3 million.
$3 million.
But I
Okay.
received a $50,000 distribution.
Now we're getting to it. You received
Well,
50?
I didn't receive $50,000. $50,000.
Did you come in my courtroom to play games? I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah.
not here to play games with you.
No.
He does that a lot.
Your Honor, she's
Listen,
talking when I'm talking.
And I'll get to her in just a minute. Ma'am, I'll need you to save your comments until I return to you, okay?
$3 million. That's how much the partnership pulled in. Mr. Wilson admits he received $50,000, but tries to brush it off as insignificant. The judge isn't buying it. His dodging raises red flags, and the courtroom is laser-focused now. What else is Mr. Wilson hiding about his fortune?
I need you to save your comments until I return to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Now you stop wasting my time. You received $50,000, correct?
No.
Okay, so tell me what's up with the $50,000?
Well, the partnership paid a debt of mine in the amount of $50,000.
Okay, so your partnership paid a debt of $50,000. What debt was that?
It was to the IRS.
Okay, all right. So you know that we could deem that as income.
Caught red-handed, Mr. Wilson finally admits the $50,000 never touched his bank account. It went straight to pay off an IRS debt. But the judge isn't swayed. She reminds him, even indirect income is still income. He squirms as the legal noose tightens. Can he still slip away from responsibility?
So you know that we could deem that as income, right? For purposes
Your
of
Honor.
calculating your child support.
But I didn't even receive, it didn't even touch my bank account.
It doesn't have to touch your bank account. And under Texas law, I could deem that $50,000 as income, although it's not income producing. What else? Where else you work?
Well, I'm an attorney,
Okay. What type of law do you practice?
criminal law.
Criminal law. All right. How much money you make there?
Well, it ebbs and flows.
Well, answer the question, Mr. Wilson.
I make about 80,000. I bring home about 80,000.
All right. Let me look at some documents you turned.
Mr. Wilson argues the money shouldn't count. It never hit his account. But the law says otherwise. Under Texas rules, it qualifies as income. Then comes the real bombshell. Mr. Wilson is an attorney pulling in $80,000 a year. The judge's tone turns sharp. This case just went from murky to downright messy.
I make about 80,000. I bring home about 80,000.
All right. Let me look at some documents you turned in here. According to your documents, your tax return last year was $72,000. That's about accurate?
That sounds about right.
Okay, so let me tell you what we're getting ready to do. That $50,000, that was the distribution, right? That's your testimony, right?
That
Your
went to
tax
the
returns
IRS.
are correct, right?
Well,
They
Are
are.
your tax returns correct or they incorrect? Is it as simple
according to
yes
my
or no?
CPA.
According to your CPA. Okay,
I
so
didn't prepare them.
according to that, I have your ink off doing the gross from the $50,000.
His own tax return turns against him, showing $2,000 in reported income plus that $50,000 non-income boost. The judge runs the numbers and they tell a story Mr. Wilson can't spin. Because in the courtroom, it's not about what he claims he earned, it's about what the documents prove. And the evidence is stacking up fast.
I have your ink off doing the gross from the $50,000. That brings your gross to $42,200, excuse me. The net of that is $3,510.58. And then, according to your tax return, you make $72,000 in your business, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So that gross is $6,000, which brings that net to $4,779.38. Who covers health insurance for the children?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$161.
The numbers are now crystal clear. From legal fees to backdoor bonuses, every dollar of Mr. Wilson's income is on the table. The judge does the math. And when she factors in his health insurance, obligations, reality hits hard. Mr. Wilson realizes this isn't just a hearing. It's a full-blown reckoning.
Who covers health insurance for the children?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$161.
$161. Let me just make sure. Is that what you're looking at in front of you? Okay, I'm just making sure. I have your document here. $161. You're going to be responsible for reimbursing that to her.
Thank you.
Yes, so.
Well, you don't have to thank me. I didn't do you a favor. That's just what the law says. Okay? So, adding your two net resources together, I have $8,289.96. Reimbursement for the health insurance.
$1,161 per month. That's what Miss Wilson has been paying for health insurance. The judge wastes no time ordering Mr. Wilson to reimburse her. No sympathy, no applause, just the law at work, and when his full financial picture comes into focus, one thing becomes clear. This isn't about resentment. It's about accountability.
$1,289.96. Reimbursement for the health insurance. Prior to adding the reimbursement, it comes out to $2,072.50. Reimbursement of $161 gets you to $2,233.50 because your income did increase from the time that you all got a divorce.
Can I say something?
Can you ask me the question without wasting my time? Can you do that?
I saw on her Instagram that she goes on a lot of trips. I just think this extra
That-
money is
no.
going to go to these trips. I really don't think it's going to go to anything related.
That is not true.
Excuse me?
That is not true.
Excuse me?
You need to.
$2,233.50. That's the new child support order. But Mr. Wilson fires back, accusing Miss Wilson of splurging on lavish trips and misusing the money. The courtroom erupts into chaos until the judge slams it back into order. "This case isn't about vacations," she says. "It's about the kids." And she's not done yet.
Really don't think it's going to go
Look,
to
wait,
anything
wait,
related.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
That is not true.
Excuse me.
You need to stop it.
Excuse me,
I can
both
show
of
you
you
the
need to
Instagram.
stop it. Both
It's
of you need
Instagram,
to
it's
stop
fake.
it. Excuse me. When I talk, the two of you be quiet. Now I see why y'all got a divorce. Y'all cannot get along.
No, we
But
got a
listen
divorce
to
'cause he
this.
cheated.
No, let me tell you about
cheated.
this. I don't care if he cheated. I do not care about her Instagram. All I care about is the money that you've made to make sure that your children are taken care of.
Tempers flare, accusations fly, cheating, Instagram, vacations. It all spills out in a messy blur. But the judge cuts through the chaos with one clear mission: the children's well-being. Emotions are raw, but the law stands unyielding. Because the truth doesn't care about feelings. It cares about facts.
The money that you've made to make sure that your children are taken care of, according to the documents that your CPA produced, your income went up, therefore, your children are entitled to an increase. So, final child support amount, $2,233.50. Is there anything further from either of you?
No, ma'am, that'd be great.
Thank you. Anything further, Mr. Wilson?
I guess not, Your Honor.
Well, I guess you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
In the end, it wasn't about the trips or the past. It was about doing right by two children who deserve stability. With his income now proven, Mr. Wilson's support is increased to $2,233.50. No more hiding, no more blaming, just a ruling rooted in fairness. If you believe every child deserves what's rightfully theirs, hit like, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more real courtroom drama that uncovers the truth, one case at a time.